About 30 days ago, I went on to Aliexpress and ordered the Lanshan 2 from 3F UL Gear. It's an ultralight tent. I think ultralight tents are actually 2 pounds or under, and this one is 2 pounds 14 ounces. So it's probably just barely above the ultralight category. Now, this is my first time to open it up, so let's set it up and see what we think about it. But first, I'd like to say that it is about the size of a football, so definitely nice and small. I'm used to carrying a 5-pound tent that was like 6 inches longer than this, so definitely nice to have this one. Let's set it up real quick. The bag is not waterproof from what I have gathered, but it should be pretty handy to have to keep this thing compressed really tight. It kind of closes like a dry bag would, so you just pop it open there and then pull the tent out. Interesting. So it's got a little rope on there. So that's one thing you could leave out if you wanted to shave a little bit of weight off. Not much. Here's the stake bag. Let's see what those look like. There's a 2 different sections of repair that you can use. It's got 2 guy outlines, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stakes. Not too bad. Somewhere around 6 inches long. We'll get to those in a bit. My dad has the Lanshan 1 and he loves it. He purchased it in yellow, and he said he did not like the idea of the white. And see, I was more of a fan of the white instead of the yellow. So that's what I got. Not entirely sure of the setup procedure here. I do know it requires 2 trekking poles. So I'm just going to get these extended some and see what it needs here in a moment. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stake out the corners on here. The corner has this cord here. One's got a white sewing piece and the other one's got an orange. And the orange is the one that has the loop on it, and that's where the stake goes into. Okay, and then if you peel back the rainfly, there's also a loop here on this bungee. And I'm guessing that is supposed to go around the stake as well. Take my trekking pole here and set it up in this piece. I'm going to put the handle side going up. So whenever this is lifted up, there is a reinforced piece on the tent. And so I'm just sticking the trekking pole there. And then down here at the bottom, there's a little loop where the trekking pole base goes into. Just discovered this thing has quite the clever design. Let me show you what I've discovered here. The tie-out point from the top up here has a knot in it right here, and that's where your stake's going to go. And then the other end has a cord lock, but it also has this strange piece here that can loop around cordage. And so you just take that end and you wrap it around the bottom down here, and you can pull this tight. So the cord comes from the top vent here, has an adjustable cord lock, comes down to the stake, and then has an adjustable cord lock to the bottom. So you can tie out both pieces with one rope here. quite convenient. Let me see if I can tighten this thing up and we'll check out inside. From what I can tell, that is pretty well set up. It's wider than I was expecting, but definitely can fit 2 people from what I can tell out here. I'm really enjoying the tie-out points. Let's see, what did I put this stake in for? I don't remember. But yeah, looks nice. And I could definitely square it up a little bit more and take out that slack. But it does have the 2 extra stakes, and 3 extra stakes. And then it's got the cordage that you can pull out from. So let's open this up and see what it looks like inside. Now this line right here can be moved to either side. Let's just see what it's like here. Yeah, so the door is over there. Let me swap this over real quick. Just gonna move this over here. Okay, there we go. And I could tighten that if I needed to. All right, so this is the door we're gonna use. I'm gonna fold it back here. The vestibule size is enormous. You could easily fit 2 backpacks in one side, but there are 2 of them, so all kinds of room. Now this, I feel like you could move forward some. Yeah, that's really got a lot of tension on it. So there is a gap between the fly and the tent itself. And here's the door. Looks like I could pull these cords some and tension that a little bit. And I bet that cord lock could be moved down here and then cinched tight to keep that door from coming up. Yeah, nice. Might as well climb in and give it a try, huh? So I'll definitely be using a ground cloth under this whenever I go camping, just to make sure I don't poke a hole in it. But I like the bathtub floor. It's quite nice. I'll roll up this door because it's really hot out here today. So you probably could fit 2 people in here, but I'm going to be using this by myself, and it has just the right amount of room for a single person. Let me bring you inside here and you can take a look. The corners are all reinforced, which is really nice. And the sides also, where it attaches to the trekking pole. It's got bags on both ends for storage. Let me go ahead and climb in here. So feet would be able to freely sit there. And head is definitely close, but I would also be able to sleep without touching. Now if I were to diagonal lay with just one person in here, there's plenty of room not to touch the head or the tail there. As far as headroom goes, that's really nice. I can sit up here and I've still got 6 to 7 inches above my head. I like it. Now noticing I may need to pull this section out, and that would also give me the option to have the screen pulled up tighter there as well. And there are 2 doors, so I could open up the other vestibule there and have plenty of ventilation inside of here. I like it. It's hot. I'm gonna climb out. Well, so far I'm impressed. Definitely gonna fit my needs for a single person tent. I'm not exactly sure I would want to spend a lot of time in this with 2 people, but it's definitely gonna be great for my single person camping. And I like the 2 pounds and I guess it's like 14 ounces or so. It's gonna be much better on my back. Well, I think I may have to do a couple little touch-up spots, like right there. They've sewn through the tent, and right here may also need a little bit of touch-up with some silicone. Other than that, it's ready to go. I feel like the setup time was pretty quick. I could probably get this under 3 minutes if I'm really trying. I'll just have to give you an update on that, but let's see how the takedown steps are. So I think what I'm gonna do first is remove the side pegs and then pull the trekking poles out. Okay, that was pretty quick and painless. So now I'm going to zip this door back up here. Okay, so some people are big fans of stuffing their tents back up. I've always preferred to roll because I feel like you get a much more compact, it's more compact in the bag. So not the best job there. May have to give that some more practice. The material of this tent is so slippery that it's kind of impractical to roll because it all just comes undone real quick. So let me try the stuff method and see what happens. I've even heard that some people will just stuff the tent in the bottom of their pack and not even worry about a stuff sack. It's so slick. I hope you're enjoying this review, or first look I should say. If you are, hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. I guess it would make sense that the stuff sack is not waterproof, because if it was, you couldn't squeeze all the air out to compress it. But just keep in mind that as it sits in your pack, it's going to get any condensation or rainwater into your pack. Well, that's actually about how it came. So stuffing does work just fine. Nice. Well, there you go. Well, that concludes my first look of the Lansing 2 from 3F UL Gear. I'm going to be testing this here hopefully in the next 30 days, and I will give you my thoughts after a real world test. But so far I like the size compared to my other setup, and the 1.5 pound lighter is definitely going to be much better. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.